The content of lecture number 16 is solving the simultaneous equations when both the given equations are quadratic. In the last lecture, we just discussed the solution of system of simultaneous equations when, for the first condition, we were given the two equations out of which one was linear and the other one was quadratic, and then we did it for the second condition, that is when both the given equations which were making the system were quadratic. Now also we will solve the system of simultaneous equations when both the given equations will be quadratic, but they will be having different terms. Firstly, we will solve the equations when both the equations will have x square and y square. For the first system of simultaneous equations when both the equations are quadratic, we are going to solve the equations when both the equations within the system should have x square and y square. Secondly, we will solve the equations when one of the equations contain x square and y square, whereas the other equation has x square, xy and y square. Thirdly, we will solve the equations out of which the first one should have x square and xy, whereas the other should have xy and y square. The important thing which is to be observed over here is that we are going to transform or convert this particular system of equation into this one, that is we will have to convert it into the equation which must have x square, xy and y square. So let's start the solution related to the condition number 1, that is we are going to solve the simultaneous equations when both the given equations should have x square and y square. Solve the following simultaneous equations when both equations have x square and y square is the first condition, and we are going to solve the sums related to the first condition. You can easily observe in question number 7 that both the equations have x square and y square, and we are going to find out the values of x and y. So the given equations are x square plus 2y square is equal to 22, it's our equation number 1, and 5x square plus y square is equal to 29 is our equation number 2. We will multiply equation 2 by 2. We get 10x square plus 2y square is equal to 58. Now equation number 3 has 2y square and equation number 1 also has 2y square. So if we subtract both the equation, y will be eliminated and we can easily find out the value of x square. So subtracting equation number 1 from equation number 3, we just get 10x square plus 2y square is equal to 58, minus x square minus 2y square is equal to minus 22. Subtracting x square from 10x square, we just get 9x square. 2y square will be cancelled out with minus 2y square, and 58 minus 22 is equal to 36. Dividing 9 on both sides, we just get x square is equal to 4. Now since we are going to find out the values of x and y and not of x square and y square, so for this to eliminate the square, we will have to take square root on both sides. So taking square root on both sides, we just get x is equal to plus minus 2. Now putting x is equal to plus minus 2 in any of the above equation, and we have taken equation number 1. So putting x is equal to plus minus 2 in equation number 1, we just get, since the equation was x square plus 2y square is equal to 22, so in place of x we have just put plus minus 2 square. So it will be 4 plus 2y square is equal to 22. Shifting 4 towards the other side, we just get 2y square is equal to 18, which will be y square is equal to 9. Again we will have to find out the value of y and not of y square. For this we will have to take square root on both sides. After taking square root on both sides, we just get y is equal to plus minus 3. So our solution set is plus minus 2 plus minus 3. Now we will solve the questions or the sums related to the condition number 2 which we have just discussed when both the equations are quadratic, but the first one has x square and y square, whereas the other one has x square, xy and y square. You can easily observe over here that in question number 10, the first equation is x square plus 2y square is equal to 3. In the first equation, we just have x square and y square. It does not contain xy. But the second equation is x square plus 4xy minus 5y square is equal to 0. Clearly, it is having x square, xy and y square. So, for solving such sums, we first simplify the equation containing x square, xy and y square. Here our equation number 2 is x square plus 4xy minus 5y square is equal to 0. First we will take this equation, and since it is a quadratic one, similarly here we have the values, or we have x and y as linear terms, so we can easily simplify them with the help of factorization method. So applying the factorization method, we just get x plus 5y and x minus y. Applying the possibility, we just get x plus 5y is equal to 0 or x minus y is equal to 0. We will be having y is equal to minus x by 5, and we know that y is equal to x. So we are going to use these values of y, and we will put these values in equation number 1 to find out the values of x. So first we are going to take y is equal to minus x by 5, and we are going to put it in equation number 1. Since the equation number 1 was x square plus 2y square is equal to 3, so putting y is equal to minus x divided by 5, we just get, since the square of the negative term is the positive one, so we will be having x square plus 2 into x square divided by 25 is equal to 3. Multiplying 2 to the terms inside the bracket, we just get x square plus 2x square divided by 25 is equal to 3. Multiplying 25 on both sides, we just get 25x square plus 2x square is equal to 75. Adding 25 and 2, we just get 27x square is equal to 75. Dividing 27 on both sides, we just get x square is equal to 25 divided by 9. Now taking square root on both sides, we just get x is equal to plus minus 5 by 3. Now we will also find out the value of x for the second condition, that is y is equal to x. So putting x in place of y in equation number 1, we will get x square plus 2x square is equal to 3. 3x square is equal to 3. Dividing 3 on both sides gives us 1. Taking square root on both sides, we just get x is equal to 1. So the values of x are plus minus 5 by 3 and plus minus 1. We will utilize these values one by one to find out the values of x. But students, you will have to keep these things in your mind, that we have now the two equations. First one is the value of x and this one. So we will use these two equations to find out the values of y. We are nothing to do with the previously solved equations. So now we will deal with these two equations. One is containing the values of x and one is containing the value of y, which we just found. So firstly we are going to solve it for x is equal to plus minus 5 by 3 and that of x is equal to minus 5 by 3, and then we will have to solve it for y is equal to x and x is equal to plus minus 1. So first we are going to put x is equal to plus minus 5 divided by 3 in y is equal to minus x by 5. So we will be having y is equal to, since it was y is equal to minus x divided by 5, so putting x is equal to plus minus 5 by 3, we just get y is equal to minus into plus minus 5 divided by 3 whole divided by 5. We will be having y is equal to plus minus 5 divided by 3 multiplied by 1 by 5. 5 will be cancelled out with this 5 and we will get y is equal to plus minus 1 by 3. Similarly, for y is equal to x, we just found out x is equal to plus minus 1. So we will put x is equal to plus minus 1 in y is equal to x. So we will be having y is equal to plus minus 1 since y is equal to x. So if x is equal to plus minus 1, then y will also be equal to plus minus 1. So our solution set will be plus minus 5 by 3 and plus minus 1 by 3 plus minus 1 and plus minus 1. Now we will solve the sums related to the condition number 3, that is the system of simultaneous equations, which should be the quadratic one, but out of the two equations, one equation must have x square and xy and the other one should have xy and y square. The given equations are x square minus 2xy is equal to 7, equation number 1, and xy plus 3y square is equal to 2. It is our equation number 2. Now the condition given to us in both the equations are opposite to the last sum which we just did. In that particular sum or in that particular condition, we were given an equation in which we had all the three terms, that is x square, xy and y square. And one more thing which is noticeable in that particular equation was that the right hand side was equal to 0. That is, the equation was x square, xy, y square is equal to 0. So we need to get an equation containing x square, xy and y square, containing all these three terms, that is x square, xy and y square, and also it must be equal to 0, so that we may be able to solve it by using the factorization method. So for this, since we need to get the right hand side is equal to 0, so for this we will have to make the right hand sides equal to each other. So for this we will have to multiply equation 1 by 2 and equation 2 by 7, so that on the right hand side of both the equations we may have the same term, and if we subtract them we get 0. So after multiplication we just get 2x square minus 4xy is equal to 14, and when we multiply equation 2 by 7 we just get 7xy plus 21y square is equal to 14. Now the right hand side of both equation 3 and 4 is same. If we subtract them, the right hand side of the resultant equation will be equal to 0, and we will also get an equation containing all the three terms, that is x square, xy and y square. So to solve such equations, when we have x square and xy in one equation and xy and y square in another equation, first thing which we are supposed to do is to make the right hand side as equal to 0, and for this we multiply the right hand side of both the equations to a suitable number so that we may get the same terms, and after subtracting the equation we may get the right hand side as equal to 0. So subtracting equation 4 from equation 3, we just get 2x square minus 4xy is equal to 14, and in another equation we have minus 7xy minus 21y square is equal to minus 14. This 14 minus 14 will be resulted in 0, and here we have the combination of the three, that is x square, xy and y square. So here we have 2x square minus 11xy minus 21y square is equal to 0. Now the equation which we just obtained is similar to the equation number 2 of the sum which we just did previously. Now we can easily simplify this obtained equation or this resultant equation by the factorization method. So after doing the factorization, we will be able to find out the value of y. Here y is equal to x by 7 or y is equal to minus 2x divided by 3. Now we will have to put y is equal to x by 7 in equation number 1. We get x square minus 2x into x by 7 is equal to 7. X square minus 2x square divided by 7 is equal to 7, and 7x square minus 2x square is equal to 49, which will be 5x square is equal to 49 and x square is equal to 49 divided by 5. Now taking square root on both sides, we get x is equal to plus minus 7 divided by under root 5. Now we have just got the value of x, and you will have to keep in your mind, as we did in the previously solved sum, that now after finding the value of x, we will have to deal with these two equations only. That is, one is this x is equal to plus minus 7 by under root 5, and one is y is equal to x by 7. So we will put its value, that is the value of x, in y is equal to x by 7. Now similarly we will solve it for the other value of y, that is putting y is equal to minus 2x divided by 3 in equation number 1. We just get 3x square plus 4x square is equal to 21, which is 7x square is equal to 21, which will be x square is equal to 3. Taking square root on both sides, we just get x is equal to plus minus under root 3. Now as I told you that now we will have to deal with these two equations. Similarly, here we will have to deal with only these two equations. So we will have to put this value of x in this equation, and we will have to put this value of x in this equation. So putting these values in their respective equations, that is putting x is equal to plus minus 7 by under root 5 in y is equal to x by 7, we just get y is equal to 1 by 7 into plus minus 7 by under root 5. 7 will be cancelled out with 7, and we just get y is equal to plus minus 1 divided by under root 5. Now it is the value of y. And similarly for the other equation, we will be having putting x is equal to plus minus under root 3 in y is equal to minus 2x divided by 3. We just get y is equal to minus 2 by 3 plus minus under root 3. Now as we have already discussed that if we multiply them, 1 3 that is in the numerator is under the root, and 1 3 which is in the denominator is independent of the radical. So out of these 2 3 we can get 1 3. For this, since we know that 3 can be written as under root 3 multiplied by under root 3. So in place of this 3, we have written under root 3 multiplied by under root 3. 1 under root 3 in the denominator will be cancelled out with 1 under root 3 in the numerator, and we will just get y is equal to plus minus 2 divided by under root 3. So keep this thing in your mind, since you have already done the questions related to such condition, that if we have the same term in the numerator under the radical and in the denominator independent of the radical, we can rationalize it either by multiplying or dividing by under root 3, or either by writing 3 is equal to under root 3 multiply under root 3. So in this way we can simplify it as plus minus 2 divided by under root 3. We have single under root 3 since 1 has been cancelled out. So our solution set in this case will be plus minus under root 3 plus minus 2 divided by under root 3 plus minus 7 divided by under root 5 and plus minus 1 divided by under root 5. Keep this thing in your mind that after finding out the value of x in terms of y and after finding out the value of y or value of x as equal to some particular value, we will be deal with these values. That is, first we found out the value of y as y is equal to x by 7 and the value of x which we just obtained was thus minus under root 7 by 5. So we will have to deal with these two equations only in this case. That is, we are going to put this value of x in this equation only and we will have to put this values of x in this equation only. So we will get the values of y in this way.